Hey there, everyone. We're ripping the band-aid up a little bit early tonight. Had a pretty long day. Girlfriend's in bed, so fuck it. What else do I have to do? So last week we went through the interrogation scene. We got into the magazine, well, the poetry magazine area, and yeah. I'm also gonna try playing with the controller tonight. Alright, so what do I need to do? Right, go talk to Yana. Probably put my clothes back on too.
There is no response, just the sound of your own breath against cool plastic.
Looks like you missed your tram.
Yeah, maybe I did.
But at least you didn't get yourself zeroed out. So thank you for that. Just a casual phone call between old friends. We've got a lot to catch up about. You really went off script back there. We're lucky an old associate reached out and filled us in.
Something different about the projections just now, against the old palace of culture. Today, zero soul down. Artificial dreams flicker against the wall, fleeting promises of what could be yours for the price of a few soul.
We're only as good as our sources, even when those sources don't technically exist. You know, I've heard in the developed world they have semioticians who insert secret meta-messages into advertisements.
Summer, get out of...
Messages that bypass the mind's conscious defenses entirely, going straight from your senses into your preconscious.
Moss and lichen removal. Your task etches itself in the folds of your subconscious.
Shh, Operant. Not everything that can be said should.
A bird passes across the beam of the projector, casting a lunatic shadow as it goes.
Forgiveness is rarely in the cards for us, I'm afraid. This is about the job and what's required to do it. You said this was way bigger than you and Pseudopod, and you were right.
Already the outlines of the whole picture are beginning to shimmer. Your fingers tingle at the chance to fill them in. Assassinate a high-ranking foreign official. Return to the Operant Bureau's graces. This is the offer that's been extended to you. Through the rain clouds, you catch glimpses of an uncountable audience, shimmering in their seats.
Fuck yeah, give him the finger.
Cascade, are you there? I opened a can just before you called. I didn't have time to find a glass. I'll drink the first half of this can tonight. I'll leave the rest here on the shelf. When you're back, we'll have it together. Let's talk about what you need now. A plan, a tool, some friends. You recently made a new acquaintance, did you not? An older foreign gentleman.
Dante, the old prisoner.
He seems like a highly knowledgeable individual. I'm sure he could help you find a suitable time and place for your purposes. Is that so? I didn't realize you two were still in touch. Well, the Manuspati has given us a very interesting board stay. Well done. If there's a deal to be struck, your old friend will be the one to approve it. How wonderfully convenient. Delusions of entrepreneurship. Very concerning. Also tangential. Talk to Essie. Find out what your new acquaintance is worth to them. Give them the moon if they ask for it.
You already know she keeps an apartment in the housing campaign. You need only find which one.
It sounds so fun and easy when you say like that. Of course, in reality, it will be very, very hard.
Very hard.
I was thinking something discreet, portable, quiet.
A pistol with suppressor, either built-in or attachable.
How about a shotty for a hottie?
No, your task doesn't call for a broom sweeper. I'm afraid this hottie will have to go some shotty. Sadly, we haven't got the time nor the connections to arrange a proper import. This one's going to have to be procure in theater.
Opera speak for your problem.
I think a quiet purchase is best. Less paperwork. How you arrange that is up to you.
Go Eyes, the street hustler and man of many endeavors. He's your lead.
Oh, excellent. You didn't think you were going to do this alone, did you? A dialectical response to put the secret world to rights. You're close. This assignment doesn't require a network. What you need is a squad.
Squad, from square, a formation that can defend itself in 4 directions.
The Knight Errant, to assemble and guide the rest. The Cupbearer, to stand by you absolutely. The Astronomist, to reflect things in a different light. The Fool, for a reason known only to one. I see. A damn shame. I'll make sure he gets his unnamed star on the wall then. For your squad, probably not. But you may end up playing an important role all the same. Right. The stress of the job seems to have left your double somewhat.
Somewhat what?
Impressionable.
Inert. I would probably count him out for this assignment. No question. You and he always got along. Friends even. Good with wires and things, wasn't he? A decent fool.
No phone line is safe when he's on your side.
Another unmarked star. What a shame. Much like your old friend himself. And do you think she might be up for this? Worth asking about her availability in any event. Oh, you're serious, aren't you?
Nobody takes me seriously ever, huh?
Probably better that way. If you were to insist, he could take up his old role as your astronomist. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. Yes, she probably would take any role you offered her. Her, I actually have a note on here in my files. Seems her father set up a clinic on a houseboat somewhere in Kisak. Maybe worth paying him a visit. I'll be there for you as well. You can reach me from any payphone if you need help in theater. For anything extra sensitive, you can call me from the phone in your apartment. It's a pleasure to be working together again. Now get some rest. Don't fall for false advertising.
A click.
Guess I'm gonna go work, get some money, then actually rest because the interrogation scene really fucked my fatigue and everything.
Hello again. What'll it be? I can't pay you any more today. The boss will ask questions. Anyway, night's starting to wind down. I've got this. See you.
Never mind then. So where the fuck is photo 45? My bad, 24.
The bed welcomes you for a soft slumber. The stillness of the room quietens your mind as you settle down.
Still didn't really bring my anxiety down too fucking much, but do I have any drugs for that? Oh, I could have popped the melatonin before sleeping, I guess. I just have to avoid conspiracies for 4 hours.
Stray spies still wandering around, looking for their forever home. Alive? Where? Last place he expected to find himself, I bet. Would be funny if it wasn't. So, not the Weeping Eye. Emter. That one's the big bank, right? Seems like they found some territory then, if he's currently chained up in it. What's he giving them? Are we fucked? Okay, good. Better than I hoped. Maybe you are the real thing, or the closest we've got. Thanks for coming through, Herschel. Got a red line policy these days, Herschel. Trust no cunt.
Half a city away, an old man hunches on a damp mattress and thinks of the odd stranger who went through so much effort to find him.
Does Dante prick say anything else? Join the club. You get a jacket. And what's that gonna cost you? Well, we've gotta do something about him, haven't we, Herschel? Loose fucking end. Someone's gonna trip and break their neck.
The girl watches you, dancing her cigarette back and forth in front of her face. The device. Ask her about the device.
Speak your piece. Who do you trust? Me or this clapped up old clown? Oh, that mega violator. Yeah, sure, I've got it. Rarest you've ever known. One of a kind, even. How do you know you haven't already?
That's a good point.
Impossible. A memory passes through an older memory, and each calls the other a ghost. Both leave a little of themselves within the other.
When'd you get so slow, Hirsch? Me. I'm right here. Always have been. Course it can. Why not? Some shit about the laws of reality. Don't be a boring cunt. You never were before. You think Taxman, prized fucking asset, wouldn't hold up his end of the promise? I told him, Cascade or nothing.
Person to person.
He is there and not there. All your senses twitch at the eeriness, at the undeniability of it. The girl stubs out her cigarette, steady yet forceful, suddenly engrossed in the act of crushing.
How you been, Hirsch?
I've missed you around.
Not fully sold on this. Definitely sounds like an insurance scam.
If it is, I'd like to know who's paying out. Cool, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah. Curse go forward, curse go back.
You remember him saying that a long time ago. Chant like a little ritual.
Sick like my grandmother's brain cancer.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot at stake. Because I didn't know whether you were on my side, let alone dependable. And because you were pretty late. Being predictable isn't a good thing, Hirsch. Also, I really didn't think you'd believe me. I mean, I wouldn't.
And yet, doesn't it chime a distant chord? The Lusian political elite being strange copies of themselves.
Yeah, the pricks in power fire it up whenever they need a new politicant. All from one guy, bootlegging himself over and over for like 300 years. According to Tempo, anyway. But when we covered intra-Luthien relations in history class, they didn't say shit about it.
A theory often dismissed as rumor, but taken more seriously on the top levels of the Operant Bureau. The Lusian political ministry are all identical psychic graphs of the same ancient philosopher. Just what on earth has Tempo encircled you in here?
They're more like bootlegs. Imprints, I think they call them. Sounds impossible, right? I thought so too, but clearly, a little bit possible. Witchcraft. It's like a bad mirror. A wishing well for your loose dreams, for all the inner colors of you.
I'll take witchcraft as a possible option, sure.
It starts with a memory or something. But don't ask me, I was considerably fucking hypnotized for most of it. Kind of. He just gave me a load of ketamine, which I'm pretty sure isn't in the official manual. But you have to be like a blank slate. Totally receptive, basically comatose.
And weave of city away. The being formerly known as Pseudopod twitches in his dream.
There were pictures on the wall projected from the machine, and I think an image of Tempo as a kid. Like I said, fucking witchcraft. Darker than I remember them. I don't have shit of his memories either, so let's not play 20 fucking questions. I'm just him now, and that's it. There was rain in my head, Hirsch.
Oh, right, I had my controller on, but I decided, fuck it, I'm going back to mouse and keyboard.
I don't know. Not that. And why would I want that? I had enough Yana for a lifetime. Anyway, this is a forever kind of deal. And the deal is, I deal with it. Move the fuck on. Because Tempo was scared of everything. He wanted the backup. He thought they were gonna kill him. Keen prediction.
There's that they again. The oft-invoked nemesis of you.
And they were, evidently. Maybe they were the least of his enemies. This place is wide, Hirsch. And it switches up faster than you can believe.
The girl glances at the window, searching the narrow portrait of the city beyond.
Plenty of cunts out there with murderous intent. It feels like I can't quite remember myself. Like I'm watching myself through dream glass. All smudged and smeared.
Like a day-old phone number written on the back of a young hand.
I watched a lot of TV as a kid. Whenever there was a bad storm, the blocking antennas would get fucked and we'd see pieces of Luthien TV breaking through, all weird and wavy. That's how it feels sometimes. Like a signal error, hearing someone else's thoughts and now they're yours. But the static's not the thoughts. It's my mind trying to make sense of them. Nope, just me. But also there's more me now, outside the coverage zone.
And what the fuck did I do? Did I miss a gain of anxiety? Because I was down to 0 before this.
It's Yana. Just one Yana. That's good then. Nice to be missed. Right here. It's mystical fucking gear, Hirsch. I hardly threw it out.
From beneath her chair, she pulls out a small console device, about the size of a dinner tray. Colored buttons flank a large, dark screen. What is this thing? At first glance, it could pass for some unmarked consumer novelty. A portable television, or a handheld game system.
Yeah, it hasn't got an actual name anywhere on it. That's part of what's cool about it. This is the thing that made me what I am. Nope. Fucked. Needs batteries. Special Luthien batteries.
How convenient.
Might be better for you to, you know, hang on to it or something.
Jackpot.
The Culture War has just accepted delivery of its first hyper weapon.
Don't make me regret giving it to you. And no, it did not come with an adapter. But it does have cocaine in the seams, and a little bit of nose blood. Speak your piece. Guns are an Azuri racket. Bazaar doesn't carry. And gun? You're looking for an entry-level Azuri frontman. One of those expendable fucks they shove into the grinder. Carabinero fodder. There's a particularly lame one who hangs out near the roundabout. He's tried it on with me a couple of 3 times. Would rather shoot myself.
Sounds familiar. She's talking about Goat Eyes, the lovelorn soul of many endeavors.
One more thing, Hirsch. Now that we're adequately acquainted, I need you to check in on someone for me.
She flicks loose ash from the end of her cigarette and watches the orange glow die.
You up for it or what? Weird. Please don't say shit like that. His name's Marco.
The teen in the scarf. She's the other half of this doomed couple you've been hearing about.
Oh, is that the guy that I smoked in the face with the fucking crowbar?
He's not my boyfriend. We were just hanging out for a while. Maybe we still are. Whatever. Yeah, it's terminal, unfortunately. Some cunt has me in his crosshairs. A cunt with weird headphones and a shit mustache. Dunno. Headphones are the defining feature. And the fact he's after me. That's why I'm here, and not in a bazaar. Midnight pricks won't stop exiting the fucking woodwork. Well, I'm pretty sure it's about that imprinting device. The Mega Violator. He probably knows I have it. Or had it. Because now you've got it.
I'm a major international spy. Danger clings to such a position.
I'm highly fucking acquainted.
She takes a deliberate drag. Eyes on you one moment, the cigarette the next.
I'm about action, Hirsch. I'm smoking this headphone cunt out. My asset is already in theater. Cryptonym scarf. Yes, obviously. But also, do I?
When you were 16, you once put your blood type down as mysterious in an attempt to impress a vaguely attractive doctor.
Use your spy shit. Make contact. Tell him I approved the meet. Yeah, you spoke to him. Now I need you to make contact with him. Keep up, Hirsch. Fucking hell. Also, you can tell him that my schedule freed up this weekend, so I could see him for like 1 hour, maybe. As long as nothing better comes up, which it might. Good. I like enemies. They solidify my fucking position. But you know what solidifies it even more?
The indelible bonds of friendship.
Non-stop odd shit with you. No, other people taking care of those enemies for me.
Alright, I think my consciousness internalized some additional thoughts that I completely forgot about. What do I got on right now? Oh, I have 5 thoughts that I haven't even looked at. Okay. No, I remember that one. Violations. When getting shot, temporarily lose your reinforced effects. Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. Oh, right, I'm suffering from a -2 intellect right now. For smoking that weed for no fucking reason, apparently, because my anxiety's back to 6.
You step into the booth and press the receiver of the phone that makes people disappear against your ear. Inside you know it is. You press. A man in a... The poke sends... You step away from the payphone.
Come up this way and go up.
Bored? What do you want? Adios.
The teenage boy nods hesitantly as you approach.
And what do they call you? Cool. What can I brief you on? Yeah? He was here. I saw him. That loadout over there, there's a mailbox dot under it, and headphones guy used it. I think he took something from it, small, like a package. It was hard to see. I was hiding back here. I took notes. Tall, smoker, long jacket, big collar, biggest headphones ever, and creep.
He looks off in the direction of the man's disappearance. It's like a pig looking at wind, trying to contemplate the invisible force pushing against it.
I know. Awaiting review.
He stands a little straighter.
Great. It felt so sick. So I nailed it. You know, Yana's still the coolest, but you're pretty cool too.
Oh, so you don't hold it against me that I fucking smashed your face with a crowbar earlier? Okay, that's good enough.
What about her? I am the shadows. Cool.
Mal credito, no problemo. A small image of a grinning man with an aggressive pompadour tosses fistfuls of coins at you. The financial citizen. Buy now, pay later. Beneath him, a rusted mail slot welcomes loan applications. An envoy of the so-called developed world. All disputes fall under the credit provider's local arbitration. Any further details about the credit provider are nowhere to be found. This is a facade, a translucent mask. Because he is an operant, and this is an astral door, a dead drop operated by a predatory foreign financial entity. The 6 letters flash across your mind, capitalized, bolded, underlined. Who else? This credit provider is a limp in-joke from the Empire Sound territoire. Enemies all the time. The girl's greatest inheritance from Tempo after the free pack-a-day habit. The metal flap creaks open. The gold around the rim is stained with bronze and scuffed with scratches. The blade of light catches crimson plastic, a red disc, marked with the words Ultravioletta, followed by You But From a Dream. A tensing in your gut as another piece of the Doom puzzle slots into place. The very same. Still doesn't explain why he wasn't wearing trousers.
That's true, Grey Matter.
You gather your thoughts, staving off the final insight. Unlikely. The slot is too narrow and the chamber within too deep. A quick appraisal reveals 2 heavyweight locks. You'd be here for hours. Begin here. The weird man in headphones is an MTER operand. That much is clear from this astral door. Logical succession. Most important part of the job. The matching discs cannot be a coincidence. The headphone man and pseudopod must have made contact. Did pseudopod defect to enter for a disc? So more likely. Music can transcend ideological divides. Red for danger, red for a bearer of the plague. Anything could have been on that disc, not necessarily the High Queen of bluesy and electropop. Tempo's deal has many levels and many ripples. There is a part of it you don't understand yet. The imprinting device, but something else too. Something behind the device. Or yours. The girl hasn't given you the full story, that's for sure. Your dial's reading closer to 3/4 truth now. The pompadour man looks expectantly over your shoulder, his gaze alight.
Uh-oh. Busting it down.
Predictive reinforcement. A honed skill. Someone has you in their sights. You have a sliver of time in which to react. The span of a single mental event.
That's yikes.
Nope, fuck that. When did staying still ever work out for anyone?
Oh, hey. That's where they...
Shoulder thuds with impact. Bones
That
vibrate.
thought.
A searing pain, blooming in spirals. Then somewhere after, the thunderclap of a gun. The bullet would have completely missed had you just stood still. You lock eyes with a man in a long coat. Around his neck are a large pair of headphones. His face is impassive as he holds a strange gun on you. There's barely enough time for a response.
I'm gotta wave at him.
He does not wave back. Instead, he ducks and disappears through a metal door to the side of the rooftop. As he goes, you catch a flash of vivid coloured lining on the inside of his coat. Slowly, then all at once, the world fades back in. Your shoulder singes. Blood drips a steady rhythm on your fur. You are alone again.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go work and then go to sleep, because holy shit, that fucked me up. Can I sleep at Yana's?
Hello again. What'll it be? This, over there.
You carry the tray to one table, but they're still drinking their first round. You carry it to another. Nope, they wanted light beer. Another. You idiot. They said no ice. Everyone wants something from you. You just want to know who ordered the mezcal margarita. The evening swells
Not
past
doing
in a
good
flurry of
already.
cocktails, spilled beer, insults directed towards your general intelligence.
Whoa, okay, hold up. Are you alright? Oh, You've been at it for 4 hours. Why don't you take a break? Get some air. In fact, here, take the rest of the night off. I'm okay here. Drink up. We close soon.
Okay, let's see here. My anxiety is through the roof. Everything's through the fucking roof. I just realized I can't sleep, can I? Nope, not for another 4 hours. Shit.
A single sheet of paper. At the top of the page is a header next to a grayscale logo you can't make out. Portaferro Cosmonautics and Space Exploration, Payload and Ballistics. Silo 1, Sublevel 4, Pete Tract Portaferro. Your landlady
Whoops.
glances up, then quickly looks back down with a non-committal shrug. Miho, who know? Nothing in the directories. Only thing under MI is Mia Holloway, your first almost girlfriend. Proto-girlfriend. Portaferro Cosmonautics and Space Exploration. Not a letterhead that sees much use these days. The site of the failed launch. It was abandoned soon after. These days, it's a wasteland of space metal and local myth. This Miho entity is waiting for you at the dark end of the silo.
Eat the facts.
You make short work of the cheap paper. Soon the sheet is a sodden ball of matter between your teeth. You swallow it down in one go. Taking it, you turn away.
Why can't I raise it? So is there any way for me to just level my faculties?
Oh, hello, operant.
She doesn't seem to have been expecting you. Strange smell about her. Chemical. You remember it from somewhere. Ignat said she's been huffing photochemicals.
How may I support you this fine morning?
There's something familiar.
I don't smell anything, operant.
Probably nothing then.
Oh? Are you considering decorating? I told Pseudopod to use tape and not tacks if you needed to hang something. But of course, as paying tenants, you are technically allowed to personalize the space however you'd like.
Though within reason is implied.
The only decoration I deserve is a bed of nails and blank walls on which to reflect my sins.
So that's a no, then. Well, regardless, I know Pseudopod wasn't able to pass along the word, so I just wanted to let you know. If you do have any questions, let me know. Apologies, operant. That's a bit beyond my remit. If you're short on funds, you should speak with your controller directly. If that's what you're after, I believe Enter has a new loan scheme. The Financial Citizen, or some such. Ah, yes. I poked my head in upstairs, just for a second, to check the hot water.
A hot water heater on the second floor. Definitely snooping.
And I couldn't help but notice the art.
Coffee girl's a babe.
She hides the disappointed twist of her mouth behind her hand.
You sound like my ex-husband. Oh, of course. I should have known. I suppose this is all rather glamorous, isn't it?
Hopeful. Deluded.
Well, regardless, thank you for not using tax. I'll be here if you require anything.
You return to the work. This now is a gunsmith's workshop, just waiting to realize itself. The perfect place for your first attempt at improvised weapon manufacture. The instrument of death calls out from the future, begging you to bring it into being. If only you knew how. You'll need to find schematics for a gun somewhere before you can realize the potential of this place. You leave the bench as it was. You approach your double. A faint line of drool darkens the sheet. He's a blank piece of media.
Wait, what'd I do?
A potential you, for you to awaken. As you consider the vacant face of your inanimate double, your thoughts turn towards the mysterious imprinting device. Its weight suddenly all too palpable. Some things are better left untouched.
Oh, I chose to say nothing.
High-end, latest generation consumer tech, probably employing the same batteries as the device Yana gave you. You know what that means. The form of your human work awaits, dormant inside the marble of pseudopod.
Gonza has given you... Wait. Did he?
Marito squints up at the dilapidated building, shielding his eyes with an orange slip of paper. He grunts as you approach.
Hola again, miss. Please stand back. A sensitive operation is underway.
be that sensitive. The area's not secured, and there's no other GM around.
Eviction notice, miss. We got reports of squatters in the Palace of Culture. Marito's about to go in.
He leans to the side, peering into the dark entrance. Then he tilts forwards, just a bit, and stops entirely. Does the proto-fascist larvae not know that palaces of culture were built to be free and open to all?
It's for their safety. The building's all rotten on the inside. Bits have been coming off for ages. And it's getting worse. They shouldn't be in there. Not to mention that if anything happens, we'll waste valuable Guardia time picking their remains out of the rubble. That's not the Guardia's problem now, is it?
He makes no move towards the building at all.
It's just methodological complexities. See, per procedure, an officer must occupy the zone of obtrusion to ensure no further trespass occurs. The zone's here. But in parallel, an officer must breach the zone to serve the eviction notice and applicate a timely and effective removal of all offenders from the premises.
Ah, cop speak. Stilted, bloated, and memorized from a pamphlet. Yeah, he's pretty scared.
Who? Marita? No. Not even close. It just needs some figuring.
Given the building's condition, he might be scared of the whole thing collapsing on him.
Why would a sock businesswoman do that?
That's a good question I didn't consider, Mauricio.
Just say something that sounds good. No need to get deep. In fact, better if you don't.
Well, cool. As an officer of the Guardia Municipal, I'll give you permission to enter. Please get them out of there. Here, this might be useful.
He gives you a thumbs up, his shoulder sagging in visible relief.
Yo, Hirsch.
The girl pauses for a drag as a passing aero tram whines and screeches above.
Is Marco all right?
She's concerned about Marco, the espionage voyeur.
He actually shot you. Hardcore, Hirsch. Very cool.
Extremely cool.
Rock and roll, baby. Heavyweight. I could have sworn the headphone guy was with the Luthians, but you say Emperor again. Either way, doesn't matter. He's a midnight prick like you. Again? Hirsch, are you living in a reality where the fucking has stopped? A reality in which the fuck is paused? But this makes zero sense. Why would the MCons be so interested in our deal? Interesting theory, Hirsch. Half right, too, I'd say.
The mists evaporate as if in fast forward. Tempo was trying to achieve maximum tempo.
What? I have no idea what you're on about. And Hirsch, don't fuck me around more than you already have. Please. Me and Marco. No, Marco didn't even know Tempo. So what the fuck would I say? Surprise, sweetheart, I'm some random middle-aged gay man now? If he freaks out, I can play it off as a joke. He always laughs at my jokes. Fine, but also not great. I barely had time to see him. That makes a couple of us. It's weird. When he's around, he annoys me and I want out. But when he's not there after he's gone, he becomes like the best person ever in my mind, even though he hasn't changed. Maybe. We'll see. Moving on. Later, Hirsch. Keep me in the loop.
I don't want to do anything with almost maxed out. I'm not maxed out. I'm halfway through on fatigue, anxiety, and delirium. But I can't sleep for now. They have another 2 hours. Oh, okay. My melatonin doesn't actually tick down, apparently, unless I'm sleeping. I can dig that. Nope, it does not. Fuck! That doesn't actually give a timer. Just how long it lasts, and it doesn't state when I originally went to bed. Fuck is this? This is the Culture Palace.
Maybe these return visits make me think we should be exclusive. Why are you asking me? You went in there, didn't you? I know I wouldn't have gone in there myself. That's all. I was asked to keep an eye on it not long ago. You know, just in case.
By whom?
Baby girl, there are many questions I haven't asked you. Being a thoughtful, caring man. Just stay away from there. That's all I'll say. Yeah? Yeah. With pleasure. All right. And I'm looking for a government that'll tuck me in at night. What kind of protection? I see. Someone causing you grief, baby girl? Then, hypothetically, it's not that simple. Since you're not local, let me explain something. B-Town's not like other places. Yeah, there's guns around, but you don't get one easily. The laws are tight. Carabineros roll out these gunpowder sniffing hounds and go on walks a couple times a year. You know, to remind people what's what. The dogs are a mean foreign breed. No hair, all teeth. My cousin, Alishba, lost a chunk of her calf to one. I'm sure she was, but she's still not walking right a decade later. My point is, you don't walk armed around here. Nah. I'm saying, show me your palms. Hold them out, side by side, even. My great-grandmother, back at Rustam, she was a strega. Saved 3 men from suicide. She married a Bostanji and made him quit.
A high-ranking member of the military, sworn to protect the Rustamian head of state, back when the dream of Rustam still was a state.
Long lifeline, but it's broken in 2 spots. One in the past, one in the future. See how it is? Different place and time. Had a close brush in another country, baby girl?
The past you can account for, but the future...
Relax. Your love line is split clean in 2. About midway, like you were cut off for a while. First time seeing this. So I'm not wrong, and yet you're barely shaking.
Suddenly, his posture straightens and he looks up. The soft warmth emanating from him dissipates.
All right, you're good. We can talk.
Wait, keep going. I'm kind of into it.
Just say the word. I'll be seeing you.
Kind of like that one. I don't like stacking on delirium, though.
The container is still overfull with rubbish. The rubbish... The container is still overfull with rubbish. The archives demand bravery and diligence. The mass before you is divided into 3 distinct strata. A thorough analysis will require you to explore each. Your choice. Nothing of note yet. False teeth, a broken bottle. Oh, there's some soul if you want it.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely take some soul. Fuck it.
You pluck a few coins
Oh wow,
from
5.
the fetid heap. A couple of them are covered in an unknown greasy substance. Keep it together. Don't think about the chittering infestations thriving in here. Various slimy textures slide up your hand as you dip into the dregs. Your fingers graze something sharp. Paper, maybe. Before you can grab it, it dissolves back into the warm muck, never to be glimpsed by human eyes again. You pick carefully through the warm middle strata until you bump against a papery wad. Expired coffee, greasy condiment residue, typewriter ink, chemically processed wood pulp. 2 for yes, 1 for no. The echo in the room. A gasp without breath. Chin up, gaze fixed on the radiant tomorrow. The dead man's parade marches past and I am left behind. A decent imitation of Genghis Balek's style of free verse, but they could have gone harder with the adverbs.
That is very weird, Arafil. But hey, how you doing this evening?
A scroll of red ink above the typed words. We thank you for your submission. Unfortunately, at this time the Nos Correntes review will not be moving forward. You've now penetrated to the darkest and wettest layer. A metallic thud tells you that you've reached the bottom of the bin. Your fingers get to work. However, the rancid
I'm digging through a
smell
fucking
threatens to
dumpster right now,
suffocate
bro.
you.
What do you want from me?
Bile lurches at the back of your throat, burning. Luckily, your diligence is not in vain. Your fingers catch on something hard in the furthest corner of the sludge pile. Rounded for the most part, there are some sharper lines at the extremities as well as some flat surfaces. It's a pair of grimy glasses, large black frames, and what must be the thickest prescription lenses available. The missing vendor. These are the glasses he was wearing in the photo Merlin showed you.
Oh right, the party girl in the bazaar. Years like fevers? Yeah, I'm having a pretty good time with it. It invokes a lot of Disco Elysium, but I definitely don't feel like I'm able to do the crazy amount of shit like I could in Disco Elysium. But that's fine, it's a narrative, enjoyable experience. I'm having a good time. Like, I haven't yet dove backwards, flipped double birds to a lady in a wheelchair, and crashed into the bar tables and everything yet. I haven't had that experience yet, so...
A dread certainty sinks in. The layers of detritus are many days deep. A whole history of discarded artifacts is piled up in front of you. This bin is an archive. Search it and you may conjure the recent history of this place. This calls for deep urban forensic. The rubbish contains...
I'm not certain I know what either of those are, but that's an easy fix. Oh, a book. Alright. There was somebody in specific I needed to go talk to now, but I'm kind of like, again, holding out so that I can go to sleep. Wasn't the drunk guy M tier? Fucking wasted that melatonin so hard it wasn't even funny. But drunk guy was this way, I think. No. Hey, look, there he is. Come back here. Stand right there.
Loneliest of town.
Also, oh my god, it's been 4 days. Get the fuck off the ground, my guy. Go home.
His half-hooded eyes struggle to locate yours.
Goodbye. Be aware.
The machine is still soured by the smell of urine. Beverages glow on the inside. The piss smell
I can't talk to him right now. Guess we'll go up to the housing district. Then go check out our old crewmate. Oh, shit. That was a couple of things that I could have hit on the way through.
Doors crowd you, stacked upon each other. Behind one of them, your former asset Estoc, draped in a see-through cloak. Esty knew it's competent, unlikable, ultimately invaluable. Talk, yes, then spy. One of these apartments belongs to Estoc. You just have to discover which. Probably not the move. There was nothing distinctive about Estoc's scent.
Oh. Literally meant sniff her out. Okay.
An equal mix of old people and immunity to fun. You must be subtle in your approach. Your assets still live in her cover. That will make her unpredictable and desperate. No need to stress. She's almost definitely forgotten about that phone call you promised her. A large framed board with the title Residence printed across the top. Sounds promising, but probably too easy. The title and initial entries are printed in thick, embossed ink. But over time, names have been crossed out or added with rough pencil. You read the list, including the crossed out entries. You read it again. There is no Newits. The list appears haphazard and poorly maintained, which no doubt suits Estoc perfectly. You come away from the wall. Photographs, candles, tucked under the stairs. You'd be forgiven for initially overlooking the modest shrine, were it not for the roughly carved wooden figurine, waist height, sat off to one side. This is a shrine to Sirius, angel of romance, war, and negotiation. If it weren't for the candles, you easily could have mistaken it for a shadowy heap of discarded belongings, awaiting the weekly rubbish collection. Someone cares enough to maintain it, but it looks like it's a one-man job. Among the usual photographs and candles, people have left mysterious items. A single house slipper, a dusty magnum of champagne, a small pouch filled with some sort of musky, sweet herb. And scattered throughout, wedding invitations, faded, creased, RSVP dates years in the past. It's customary to invite the angel to festivities, to bless the union. You are cordially invited to celebrate the joining of Mr. and Mrs. Pascal Kavanagh on Enatos 3rd, 92. According to law, a blessing from the Dog Star should ensure a union that lasts 30 years, minimum. The shadows shift and grow long, candles flickering, the air thickens around you. Each prayer counts. They should not be wasted. You take out the little off-white rectangle, red-inked lips glinting in the low light.
What am I offering?
With a soft flutter, the card drops onto the shrine and into the dark pile of offerings.
Either may my secrets never reach the wrong ears, or grant me the understanding to know what matters and ignore what doesn't. Shitty enough, I'm pretty certain I deactivated the extension for this game. I did. I think it's F12. Well, that doesn't work. That work? Fuck it. We'll figure it out another time. Grant me the understanding.
A murmur of voices overhead, laughter from an open window. You can hear it all. An officer on the pious order knocks twice on a door of an apartment in Mercia's ever-dwindling arts district. The person inside does not answer, too busy throwing everything they own onto the fire in the hearth. The smell of burning paper and plastic. They stop for a moment to stare at the object in their hands, a pomegranate red folder. At that moment, the door breaks down. The red slips of paper hung overhead undulate gently as you step back.
No soliciting. I mind the floors with you.
Maybe.
The man is swaddled in a pristine maintenance uniform.
I'm sober right now, but I can't promise I won't piss on the floor later.
Manager. He hurriedly smooths down the single patch of hair which time has yet to steal from his head.
Good. We don't want any of it. Nothing weird or improper in my nice campaign. All right?
Nice campaign certainly sounds better than Laboratory of Urban Decay.
Not really. I mean, you could help me sweep if you wanted to, but... No, of course not. But I like to think if I can keep this place clean, I can keep my head above water. Look around. You think one person alone can clean all this? We used to have one manager and 3 concierge. Now, it's just me. I'll pay you 20 sol if you're interested.
A palliative measure at best. But then again, life is a palliative measure.
I feel the building needs me. The workers need me.
You asked. I think the more we all dedicate ourselves to our own tasks, just the punctual tasks, the better it'll be for everyone. You notice my badge? It's actually not just a building. I manage the entire housing campaign. I do what I can. More than most managers would, but there's only so much you can accomplish with a paintbrush and a broom. You should have seen what this place was like when Nesta put it up. Real class, real majesty.
The buildings are old, decaying, but clean. The man is fighting the final battles in a lost war, polishing broken handrails, painting splintered wood.
A different class of people moved in. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the children of the people that were here in the first place were born a different class of people than their parents. First job I ever took. And the last, probably. Hopefully. I wasn't even out of school when I started cleaning the housing campaign. 16 years old. Worked all the way up to the big keys.
You've lived too long. The world no longer has a place for you. That's fucking rude. But I would say between if you indulge nostalgia like that, the present will always disappoint you, and nodding. I'm going 3. I don't think I can.
It disappoints me.
Yeah, one of
could
my
it not?
internal thoughts, I like
think that's
literally
a bad
have
thing
to
at
say
all.
something.
It's good that some people remember what we were capable of. Back when we had the sense of decency and cleanliness. Much too late now. All too late. There have always been problems, if that's what you mean. But the general trajectory is going one way. Situations like the one my son is in would have been inconceivable to another generation. A young man in the prime of his life, crippled, actually crippled, by his devotion to... I don't even know what to call it. Some intangible social currency that exists only in his mind and in those of his idiot friends. I can't explain what I can't understand, and that's the point. Can you imagine my father saying this about me? About anyone from my generation? Stories like his are a sign of the times. I liked it a lot better when people just did their work. But along the way, from there to here, we lost something. His whole generation, I worry, genuinely, about what will happen once mine is too old to work.
I don't really think that's... Yeah, he's not speaking fascist talk. Is he? Yeah, he's not talking about like eugenics or anything. Or suppressing like races and culture. He's just being an old boomer, pissed off that the younger kids aren't fucking helping around.
Will they be able to keep the trams running? The plumbing, the electricity? Will the railing go unpainted until one day it crumbles and falls off?
And I mean, all things considered, I agree. It's a question that's always on my mind too. Like, we're at this point where so many people, like, literacy rates are at an all-time low. And what is gonna happen once people like my dad and his generation, who only passed on so little to me, and then my generation passes away and everyone was raised on TikTok?
An oddly specific example of societal decay.
Sure.
I'm not exaggerating when I say he and his idiot friends are fully capable of starving to death without realizing it, was evaluating each other's transparent jockstraps, or whatever the latest scene trend is.
A race of primitive sophisticates wanders through the vine-covered ruins of Portofino, impeccably dressed in fabrics, the secrets of whose production has been lost. They skulk around judging each other's fashion, while the day's strip of rat meat dries on the line. He nods and sweeps his broom.
I said no soliciting. Very clearly, in fact.
I mean, you might have mumbled a little bit of it.
He knows every face and name that has moved in or out of this alleyway. It's just a question of loosening him up.
Where his speech is co-opted by fascism is he locates the problem instead of individuals and has no historical perspective on...
Typical Leuterer.
I don't know, I guess I just feel like that's... Like, he wasn't bringing that out towards... Wouldn't... I'm not exactly an expert on this, but wouldn't fascism be more of a... These people are the problem? When he's being more of a generationalist, he's blaming the culture not going with him, but I don't know. I mean, he says that people have gotten worse, not that actors such as Emter and Provis Nation. So what you're saying is I should ask him what I think about
There
that?
have always been situations, I don't even know what to call it. I can't explain what stories like, but along the way, I don't have any political inclinations. I just wish people would do their jobs. Is that really so radical?
Time moves forward, not back. All that yearning for the past is inherently facial. Okay, yeah, that I guess is true.
Thank you. Of course, fascism is a dirty word nowadays. But despite what people say about La Luz, the reunion wouldn't be the worst thing that could happen to Portofino. Would put some order into this place.
Okay. And then the mask comes off. Got it.
Reunion, Leluz's grand annexation campaign. Slow, legal, often bloody. A creeping tide reclaiming every few years one more of their old colonies.
I told you, I have no political inclinations. All I want is for someone to show people the proper way of doing things. Clearly, I'm not getting through to anyone. So someone with more power should step in.
And how will someone with power agree to... Yeah. I mean, number 3 would be the smart-ass response, but I'm going with
He
number
looks
2.
at you, attempting to comprehend your question. After a long moment, he decides he can't.
I don't know much about other places, but from what they tell me, everyone in La Luz has a purpose. The shoe shiner shines shoes, the building manager manages buildings. You know that apparently they have some kind of factories where singers have to make pop hits for 8 hours a day? Just like the rest of us. I do my part, they do theirs. If all society worked like this, well, that would be it. The world would work.
No dreams of peace, justice, or equality. Only those of a well-oiled machine. He nods and sweeps his broom.
Well, I don't want to help him sweep. And he already told me to fuck off, didn't he? No, right, I went back.
No nuances. Threatening? Well, perhaps if such a person feels the need to threaten you, then she's better off without you coming around looking for her.
Confirming that he does in fact know her. This man would be a terrible operant.
Then you should know how to contact her. You've an air of soliciting about you, and a nice lady like that shouldn't be bothered by it.
Only a subjugated stickler for the rules would call Esty a nice lady, cut from the same unfun cloth.
Well, he's all about nostalgia, so maybe if I bring up it's been a long time since I've seen her?
If this person who may or may not be living in this building did not send you a forwarding address, then I can't help you. Typical loiterer. Pick up your feet when you walk.
Oh, sweep better. Fuck yourself.
A postbox with drawers numbered 1 to 12. The whole apparatus locked at the side with a single keyhole. No nuances. The building manager wasn't lying. A name change, perhaps. You step away from the mail.
It feels risque.
A plain canvas satchel hangs from a coat hook. A pair of colourful rain boots sit on the ground below it. No boots in the house. A tidy, meticulous occupant. They kept a pair of feet dry as they stood in ankle-high water in the basement of a magazine office. She must be staying here. In the bottom of the satchel, spine creased and carelessly left facing downwards, you find a green hardback volume. It appears to be some kind of textbook. It's titled The Shadow Mother. Hazy memories flick by. Among them, you see the amalgamation of bitter flesh that birthed you, sitting like a creature in her lair. Everyone has a mother. Not all of them belong to the Shadow. The subtitle declares the book is a clinical study of traumatic generational narcissism.
I know all of those words. I was hoping for witch, MILF hunt, erotica or something.
The volume slips neatly into your pocket. You refasten the bag. You turn back to the alley.
So, I have an idea, but it might get lengthy if I enact it. It's almost been 2 hours, so I'm just gonna go take a piss real quick, and then we'll come back and see what we got. Lay it down on the table. So, I'll be right back real quick. We're back. So, the Shadow Mother.
The Shadow Mother, a clinical study of traumatic generational narcissism.
It's not a diary, it's literally a fucking book. Okay.
Totally at odds with the subtitle, the cover catches your eye with a flourish of surreal violence. You see a human head in profile. Its top appears to have been sliced off. Where its brain should be, all manner of snakes and spiders appear to be spilling forth. For what it's worth, this is a common motif in psychology textbooks. Dr. Elwa Fonzo, of the Polytechnic University of Treffe. The Treffe School of Psychoanalysis is known to be the most experimental in the so-called developed world. Even smaller text informs you that Afonso's other publications include Within the Grudging Sanctum, on pathological cartographies, and the erotics of self-sabotage. The table of contents is laid out before you. The Shadow Mother is clever, vain, domineering, and critical. In some cultures, she may be revered as a leader or oracle. She resides in a remote, ice-strewn realm beyond failure, fault, or accountability. The word no means nothing to the Shadow Mother. She knows only the eternal yes. In the realm of the Shadow Mother, she is I, locus, all. Visitors to the Mother's realm are expected to remove their shoes at the door and not touch anything without permission. The Shadow Mother manipulates to refashion reality to her will. Fortunately, the Shadow Mother needs no weapon but her own organs of perception and expression. eyes and ears to spot the flaw, a tongue to put the flaw into words. This is a work of clinical studies and analysis, not a how-to manual.
Exactly, but what if it were?
This is how the opera's psychomancers really see you. A mad monster to zoologically classify. There's an entry somewhere in one of their bestiaries with your name on it. The offspring raised in the realm of shadow cannot fail to be shaped and moulded by the mother's incisive words and forbidding glances until she accepts her role as a perfect doppelganger herself. In weaker offspring, this
God damn it.
are those
Okay.
who choose. The
I
offspring
was
raised
really
in the realm of
hoping
shadow cannot
I'd be
fail
able to
shaped
run back and
molded by the
sleep
mother's
before my
incisive
melatonin
words
fell off,
and forbidding
but
glances until she accepts her role as a perfect.
we
In
listened
weaker
to that.
offspring, this often manifests in the form of personality disorders. Gross stress reaction, obsessive compulsions, fear and trembling, schizophrenia, mania and depression. Very occasionally, the offspring may overcome these disorders by developing their own false self, thus becoming their own shadow mother. Inconclusive, lack of significant documentation available. It's a clinical study, not a comprehensive diagnostic of an entire class of disorders. Other works are also available for mail order through Treffer University Press. Within the Grudging Sanctum, on pathological cartographies, the erotics of self-sabotage, the Womb Wanderer, a treatise of hysterias, borderline personalities and other feminine ills, devotion, depression, deviation, the daughter problem. You return the book to your belongings.
Either way it goes, I am very cashed. Not me, my character. So instead of slamming shit to drive it down, I'm gonna run back to photo, pop a melatonin, and go to bed. You know, that's provided I actually ever can remember how to move around this goddamn fucking area. And photo 24 is not on the goddamn map, I don't think. Yeah. Holy shit, I didn't know you could move with WASD. Okay, so that's the bar. I think the photo place is, yeah, right there.
The bed welcomes you. The murmurs of Portofino fade into nothing, as do you.
Oh, Print. I'll be here if you require anything. footprint?
It's just right there. You've smelled this before. Somewhere.
Is everything all right? I'll be here if you require anything.
You know what? Fuck, I'm just gonna ball like this. I'll look dope as hell. Have I seen a character titled Ominous Woman? Maybe? We started this game last Wednesday, so I've probably seen some shit and then was just like, I don't understand it.
The moving boxes stacked in one corner of the little apartment are not empty, just abandoned. At some point, somebody tried to paint in here. Roller and tray, sponge caked with a crust of ivory latex, but gave up before they even covered half a wall. The first thing you notice is the sheer amount of debris that's been left behind. Empty plastic bottles, pillows without their cases, a pair of work boots, trash bags piled in the sink.
That's what my apartment looks like.
This is chaos. Whoever was living here moved out in a hurry, but it wasn't tidy, meticulous. You sift through a life packed away in cardboard, the things they fought to take, and then left behind anyway.
A woman leans out the open window, shivering in the cold evening air. She tries not to blink. They've had to pack so quickly. This is the first chance she's had to try to memorize the view she's mostly ignored for the last 6 years. She takes a quick, hard suck on her cigarette, embers flickering at the end of the filter, and ducks back inside. She doesn't care if the apartment smells like smoke. They'll be gone before the landlord notices.
You fold back the tops of the cardboard boxes, covering their contents. It won't keep out the dust, or the next person to loot this place, but you do it anyway. The abandoned cardboard moving boxes. You fold back the top. You had meant to demonstrate to Carolina how to infiltrate an apartment. Instead, one of you knocked over a flower pot and you had to dart inside, panting, hoping no neighbors called the police.
I always
She
wanted to
picks up
spend
on your
time in jail.
sarcasm, your lack of fear. Echoes it. Little cuckoo.
I hear the whippings are fun, if you're into that.
I could see them going in for psychological torture. Classier. Now I'm gonna go anti-creative. Probably the dullest torture in the world.
Interrogated on the intricacies of the Portaferro Penal Code? Mercy, please.
Your laughter petered out, suddenly loud in the empty apartment.
Have you ever been interrogated?
Yeah, totally, but I did an advanced cognitive maneuver. Just place my mind onto an object.
Whoa, where'd you learn how to do that?
The technique is over 2 centuries old, developed by Mercian monks in order to withstand the Inquisition.
There is no record found of any operant succeeding in this maneuver.
Why the fuck did I say that, though?
You thought it sounded cool.
Okay, thank you, records. I like that. I like records.
Would you teach me?
You made up a maneuver on the spot, lying to her as you often did, and she committed every word to memory. The building notice board stands beside a communal area, full of ads and scraps of the residents' daily lives. Rain splatters off the plastic sheets covering the notices. Fairly standard fare for a notice board. A notice for a cat lost months ago, next to a printed out sign advertising private maths lessons for struggling students. One notice, however, stands out solely because the original printed sheet has been altered by multiple scrawls in a variety of colours and hands. The piece of handwritten paper declares, the rules are very clear, read them and understand them. No gathering after 10 PM. We can hear you clomping about and we've had enough.
Beneath that, the responses read, "She thinks she the cops. Fuck you! You don't run the building. We know this is you, Mrs. Kavanagh."
Fun-hating, inappropriately authoritative, low. That's Esty. She must have married, either that or changed her name. You know that she is known in this building as Mrs. Kavanagh. That is something. The resident list you saw by the door may prove more revealing now.
Thank you, Shadowplay.
You turn back to the roof.
You were standing here at a house party when you saw the unmistakable bulk of Tempo del Sur clambering over the rooftops towards you.
Herschel. Hoity-toity penthouse over there. He had silk sheets, Herschel.
He thrusts a cigarette into your hand, lights his own, leans back and grins benevolently at the world, giving you a glimpse of a white powdered nostril.
I heard the future tonight, Hirsch. The Illuminados are waking up, Hirsch, dancing to a new form of electropop, a big wave gathering. Developed world's got no idea. No idea.
Where's that for the cleansing coming into play?
Listen, what's coming is coming. All we can do is make a ton of fucking money from it.
He grabs your arm and drags you down to Party Alley, yelling at every DJ to play those fascist cunts with the hair.
Okay. Makes a wee bit more sense now. Could definitely see that coming in handy if you can clear delirium fast.
You return to the postbox. You step away from the mail. You return to the residence list. Third row, Kavanagh. It is one of the penciled names, written in a clear hand. Apartment 4. That's it. You have her. Now it's just a matter of working up the guts to knock on her door. You come away from the wall.
This architecture is kind of confusing me. So where the fuck are we? What are we doing? This should be floor 1, right? She's on floor 3? No, number 4.
You have arrived at Este's doorstep. The last time you spoke was the day your network blew. You never called her back like you said you would. Cascade. I just need an hour. I'll call you back. S-Doc. Herschel, I'm serious. Cascade. Me too. Get off my dick. I'll call you. Lilies for funerals, roses for love. What for abandonment and betrayal? 5 long years of seething are about to come to a head. Or maybe she's forgotten all about it. You avert your gaze from the door to the shoe rack. Knock, coward. A little sweeping brush. Their shoes, 2 pairs. A man and a woman, comfortable and understated. A quiet life lived on a well-beaten track. Nothing left to do but apply knuckle to door.
I guess we're applying knuckle to door then.
Soft steps approach the door, then stop. The loud click of the bolt echoes through a cavity in your molar.
Hello, for Este.
The old man beams at you, adjusting a dial attached to a gadget on his right ear. Looks like a hearing aid, or a cochlear implant.
Don't leave me, please. I need a human shield.
He watches your lips, then smiles and nods twice.
Please call me Pascal. Nice to meet you. You are?
The physical embodiment of shame, here to beg for release.
Come in, come in. Este's in the kitchen.
He steps back and waves you in with a loose hand. Framed photographs showing the couple and their guests at their wedding and at a beach with a large group of children. Este smiles at the camera. Pascal kisses her cheek. There is confetti in their hair. To Este's right, a man with a familiar mop of upstanding hair. He beams at the new couple, hands raised mid-clap, visibly moved by their union. In fact, everyone in this photo seems delighted, none more so than Pascal and Este, the gravitational primaries at its center. You barely recognize her, with a smile on her face. Dozens of people, who all seem delighted to be around her. You don't have any photographs like this. You don't even know this many people. The one you should never have taken. The one that wasn't even yours. As you look, you start to make out men who resemble Este's husband. The children must be his family. Este never mentioned a family of her own, but it looks like she's married into a huge one.
I'm sorry the crew wasn't enough for you.
She appears to have gotten over it.
Personalism skill, potential, record skill. When choosing repentful options, +1 anxiety, but +5 XP. When hurting people physically, lose... Oh, I can't do it right now, because I'm in this.
You turn away from the sideboard.
Anyways, yeah, I think I'll eternalize that.
You ever wonder who's really responsible for the end of history? Is it, you know, the superblock in the developed world, the power people? Or do you think it's the regular people who never bother to read the fine print of their own existence? You really believe that, H? Because from how you talk sometimes, it feels like you think it's you. All you, Habibti. You're the repentful spy, always taking the burdens of this fucking replicate half-world upon yourself, eager for a little flagellation wherever you can get it.
Even the accusation that you overindulge in guilt provokes a little pang of guilt.
It is. This is that sweet, fermented tang of self-loathing.
Oh, hell yeah. This is the stuff.
It comes with a neurochemical kick, a kind of anti-high that sinks you into a delectable depression.
Hey, whose fault is it that the global left has utterly failed to present an alternative to the end of history? On the sidewalk just now, an old woman nearly tripped over a loose curbstone. All right, how about this one? The dissolution of your old crew, the loss of your friends. That hard stab doesn't taste so sweet as the others. It all comes down to you, repentful spy. 96 years of human suffering, most of which you weren't even alive for. It's time someone was held to account for it. Hush now. Just let it sink in. All the way in.
You wanna tell me what the fuck is wrong with me? There we go.
Kitchen's through there.
He gestures towards the adjacent room.
Bye-bye.
A house drawn and crammed by either an idiot or a child.
Hello back there. Just give me one moment. New cafetiere. Fiddly little thing.
She hums happily to herself, fussing over plates and cups.
Lovely weather we've had, don't you think? Milk in your coffee? Biscuit? We have chocolate, almond, plain.
Her shoulders stiffen at the sound of your voice. The humming stops.
Herschel.
Mouth set in a grim line. Slight twitch under her right eye.
What a surprise. Is it? Thank you. So,
Here it comes.
biscuits? I'll just put a selection onto a plate. I have some new ones, actually. Chocolate. You're welcome. It'll be nice to catch up over biscuits. To what do I owe this unexpected visit?
The tides of fate tugged by a crimson satellite.
Pompous rubbish. Empty words. Like when you promised me that phone call. But we are supposed to keep trust among one another. We were hunted, Herschel. The whole network. You placed me with Emter, surrounded by them, watching them search for me. I had to make myself safe where you left me. I did, theoretically. But the check was never cashed until I met you.
She lowers her head to stare at the red checkerboard flooring, at a point about 2 feet from your right foot.
What did the opera do with you after you extracted yourself? Archives, Makes sense. But you're out now. In theater, I take it. I've built a happy life here.
I've noticed.
A breeze rolls through a plantation in Lagundi. Leaves hiss at its passing.
Your presence in my apartment alone is dangerous for me. How did you find the address?
I was born to sus, lady.
We both know that isn't true. Pascal is a very kind man. I am lucky to have him. You're vile, Herschel. He's gentle, sincere, reliable. He's everything I once thought I left behind. I will not put his safety at risk for anything. I am not. I am a civil servant. Did you ever marry?
Some fun options here, like I don't deserve love. It'd be cruel. I'm too busy plotting revenge. Solitude better suits a contemplative nature, or no. I'm going with number 2.
Oh, yes. Aliens, specters, fascist warlocks. I recall once you were convinced that the Weeping Eye were having you tailed by a one-legged seagull. No, I don't suppose you would. Work-related. Right.
She sets her jaw, taking you in as if for the first time.
Take a seat. I'll make us that coffee.
Alright. I don't think you're supposed to sit on the table.
She spins towards you, arm raised.
Sorry about that. She spins towards you, arm raised. What are my react options?
Your mind's eye lands on a slender file, cold to the touch. Its pages speak of a convent whose adherents speak an enchanted language, capable of rendering listeners powerless. At the foot of the final page, you find the word, Karasukate. Subdue. Your former asset freezes. A vein bulges on her jaw. Cerulean. To your left, salt rattles in its shaker. Her weapon is now yours. A medical syringe loaded into an auto-injector. She staggers and sways, released from the word's control. Limbs twitching as they come back online.
How?
She pants, hair sticking to her forehead, still recovering from the command. The side reads sodium thiopental, truth serum. Ash crumples from the cigarette in her mouth. In the next room, her husband coughs. Good thing he's deaf, or you'd have both of them to contend with.
Modifiers. Very sorry. Never got your biscuit. Groggy. Looks good? Nice.
You grab the dial at the top of the injector and twist it hard to the right. Something snaps. You drop it and crush the pieces with your heel.
Damn you, Herschel.
The cigarette hangs limply from her mouth as she pushes her palms into her eyes.
I had no intention of making you fucking coffee, Herschel.
She glances at the counter, lowers her voice.
I broke my new cafetiere when you skulked in. Fine, sit. What choice do I have?
You sit across from each other. Between you, a plastic tablecloth, assorted plates. Pajamas, but no slippers. As she warms her feet on her husband.
That's a... observation to make.
What on earth do you want from me, Herschel? What are you here to scavenge?
She ashes her cigarette.
No.
An immediate change in her. Pale, hollow. She puts her hand to her mouth and drops it. She can't look at you.
No. No. This can't be real. I can't have this. What you have just told me, you have never told me. Understand? How could you come here? You lead them to me. With an assignment like this, there is no difference between making a contact and pulling the trigger. They will find everyone. Everyone you've spoken to. You've doomed us all.
Yeah, we'll definitely be sneaky style.
Yes, they will. They will torture you, and they will kill you, and they will kill everyone you met on your way. Believe me when I say this. You are not the person for this job. There is no way the Opera seriously thinks you could pull this off. This is suicide. You should quit while you can. You're playing a loser's game. 1,000 ways to fail, no way to win. You are cannon fodder, at best. I will not. No. We cannot have any part in this. Get out, Herschel. I wish I'd never met you.
Bad news. It appears that Estop no longer considers herself your direct report, or your asset, or your friend. She's very traditional. Maybe something like a handwritten apology would get her back on side. There was a card rack on the ground floor of Photo 24. Might be something suitable there.
I'm gonna steal from you on my way out. If that's okay.
Sitting atop a pile of yellowing newspapers and dog-eared crossword magazines is a large plastic cup with a colourful wolf figure on the lid. He holds a long pipe in one languid paw. His
Hey, my cup!
He stares at you with confusion, then shakes his head.
And now you're trying to steal from us. Of course.
His little painted eyes are unfocused, a faint smile on his snout. A bit of herb. Smoking it is what keeps him grounded in the present moment. At all times, if you can manage it. One day he will run out of bitter herb. Then he shall remember his true name and be placid no more. Pascal grins at you.
Can take all this other shit from the house, but not the cup. God forbid you touch the cup.
Finally get up to speed, Operant. Just catching up on my shows. You see this one? Big and loose, supposedly.
On the screen, a black wolf swings an iron slab of a sword through a row of chrome-plated adversaries. Arterial blood spurts forth in bright red gouts.
Unbelievably violent. Intimations of the future, one suspects.
Huseman has a voice that is just so fucking familiar to me.
Reminds me of something else I saw recently. One of the opera's finest discovers her in a poet, then guts it out against one of Enter's most sadistic interrogators. Highly experimental, especially for syndication.
An uncanny buzz in the air, as though a director might pop out of any one of those doorways yelling, "Car." Cue your main theme. Synth-driven with a few woodwinds and an upright bass tossed in for organic effect.
Opera used to be known for its unconventional approaches. Glad to see the spirit endures. In any event, seeing our protagonist disappear into an empty labor camp was no way to end the season. Had to make some calls.
The girl, the paper heart. You know your role, Operant. Play it.
Let's just say you got my little it detector chirping. Now the opera's got you on a daring new assignment, set to strike the hidden face of mass culture itself. Time to see whether your conspiratorial ramblings match up against reality.
You're not really about to spill your guts to a null entity, are you?
Take it from one who's been around. The bank didn't become the bank by taking the shit end of the term sheet.
On the television, the Black Wolf's shadow extends over the last of his foes. A trembling angel lifts a bloody hand, pleading.
Okay. Besides, there's others who may want a piece of your heart, if you're open to alternative bids. Hard to say. According to the official records, I was never there at all. Question of timelines and such. All the same, hard not to root for the old club. One hates to see the capitalists and techno-fascists to just walk away with it. Not likely to get far with an attitude like that.
Oh, I read
Unless
that
this is
entirely
reverse
wrong.
Psychology. Nah, doesn't sound like that. A tip, operant. You could waste your days sniffing my rapidly disappearing gluteus, trying to guess if I'm a double, a triple, or any other fancy. Or you could remember the tenets of our craft.
A cost-benefit analysis. The probability of determining the why of him is near zero. Conversely, the utility of him is high.
As it happens, I still know some people in the Ministry of Mass Culture. Old friends, you know.
His information was good once before. There's no reason to think it won't be again.
I can make a few inquiries on your behalf. In return for your help with a personal matter. A little archival research with a touch of smash and grab. Have you made it to the P-tail track yet? Worth your time. Fascinating local lore out there. Remnants of Nestor's galactic boondoggle and whatnot. Widely believed to have blown up. Key distinction. Fast forward some years. I'm in the Eastern Republics on a little job. Client has me hounding former leads in MTER's Public Perceptions Division. My target's a retired filmmaker. I get him in a hotel bar, standard stuff, drinks and defection. As it happens, I misjudge my man's tolerance. Next I know, I'm dragging him out of a hookah parlor at 3 a.m. I lay him out in a vacant lot, smack him around a bit. He's lolling up at the stars, babbling about Portaferro, 77 and Project Autonomia. His tour de force and Gesamtkunstwerk rolled into one. Special and practical effects, scale models, multiple camera angles, dozens of simultaneous feeds, not to mention an actual rocket launch.
He's not seriously suggesting.
You mean rocket go go boom boom?
That's right. And I'll tell you what, that wasn't a weather satellite it was carrying either. No. What young Cascade saw was a pre-recorded video, seamlessly intercut and simultaneously distributed across the developed world. A miracle of misdirection. Strange business hours. Success and failure share the same rituals. Relevant parties stashed somewhere nice and chilled. Records obliterated. Impossible to say for certain what is. or was. By this point, my man's brain is practically cooking in hashish. Narration growing hazier by the minute. I stash him back in his hotel room, then call my client. Space lore, who gives a shit? As I mentioned, rinky-dink setup. No signs of it detected. Because I've got that iron taste on my tongue, a scent on the air.
Crackling tree squirrel impaled on a spear. Savory smoke rising into the night. The Paleolithic huntress turns her gaze upwards.
Nothing. Nothing. My target vanishes like a hooker at daybreak. When he rematerializes a week later, he's near frozen, zipped up in a gym bag in the unpressurized hold of a cargo plane.
Do you feel responsible? Impressive, a highly advanced cognitive maneuver. Or, there's no why, he ended up in a bag because he always ends up in that bag.
Untestable proposition. Try to avoid those personally. Besides, the inspectors declared it a simple case of aeroerotic misadventure.
The old man gives you a slow nod.
Here, the trail would have gone cold, but for this. Before he misadventured himself into that gym bag, my target gave me a number. One I've kept safe in my piggy bank until now. HKT-04/17-E. A reference number for certain records from Project Autonomia, forgotten in the archives of a decommissioned rocket silo. You've been paying attention. That's good. The Grand Lich's time of arrival.
Time, place, weapon, squad. 1/4 of your plot in hand. Meanwhile, the end credits have begun to roll on the little mounted television. Your eye catches on the words. Produced in collaboration with the Ministry of Mass Culture. Ave Imperio Luminoso.
A better deal than you'll get from the bank, I guarantee you. Look at me. I'm a sad old man in an ugly shirt. Bad schnapps and historical tragedies are pretty much all that keep me going.
Spy-wise, I would assume... Well, no, he's no Deep Throat. Yeah, technically he would be a Deep Throat. I guess the more important aspect is I'll agree to do it so that he's favorable towards me, and then I can always just decide not to at the end, right?
Very good. Bring your flashlight and a good pair of walking shoes. I understand the stairs are formidable. The archives are on sub-level 3. Can't be more than a few hundred, probably. Well, this has been a fine change of scenery, but I should return to the Fog Mirror. We'll rendezvous there once you've got the records. As the old ones say, luck and skill operand.
Alright, that's about 3 hours tonight. I'm gonna call it here. Simply because tomorrow you're getting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no Friday stream this week because tomorrow is Doom Revelations, I think it is. Release. Which currently is looking fucking awesome. Shut up. I want to show you.